Spring's here and it's time to do some maintenance on the lawnmower. Hey guys, so this is Ken Johnson and it's time for our routine spring lawnmower maintenance. You should do this more than what I've done. Again, do not be like me, be better than me. Do as I say do, don't do as I do. So this should be done routinely and not just once a year or once every 2 or 3 years, but change your filters regularly. Make sure you remove the spark plug before, or the spark plug connector before you operate on a lawnmower. All these things that you'll find out I don't do, do them please. And I hope you like this, so stay tuned. So this right here is just a quick down and dirty to remind you that you need to go ahead and change your spark plugs and your filters and all that. This is for many Briggs and Stratton engines. I'm just doing this right here on my Craftsman Gold 6.75. It is still with us. My wife keeps saying I need to get me a new one, but it's been working fine. So I'm going to show you this. Again, big shout out to the Lawnmower Lady YouTube channel. Please go to her site. I'm not doing everything that she would do. She shows you how to do it properly. I show you how I'm doing it. But I've already done a video like this before, but I'm going to keep this down and dirty. So let's get started. First thing, remember my tip. During Christmas time, always get these plastic automotive kits. They're super cheap and they have multiple tools. So if they have one has a tool in it that the other one doesn't, buy both sets. And the reason why is that if you buy these tools that you use maybe once or twice a year, you're going to spend hundreds of dollars. Whereas these things are so cheap that they're made in Taiwan. If they break, you can replace them. I've had this for multiple years. It serves me because really and truly only use it like maybe once or twice a year. I will note that I've had to retire this this ratchet. Finally broke on me on another project I was doing, so I went and had to go to Harbor Freight a while back. But this is a 3/8 inch driver. They come in different sizes. Most of the auto tool sets use 3/8 inch, so if you ever have to change out the ratchet, which is normally first thing that's going to break on you because it has the most moving parts, it's 3/8 inch. This is an 8mm socket, so what I'm going to do is just put this in, and so now I'm going to set it up right so that I can reverse it, and we're going to take this off, and I'll be right back. I got this now loosened to a point I can just remove it with my fingers. There we go. There's all that nice junk in there, because again, since my last video, that's when I changed. I'm now changing out the filter. I told you I'm horrible with this stuff, guys. And just be careful not to lose the screw. It comes right out. There's a little pegs there and pegs there. We'll clean this out and change out the filter. Alright, now you'll see over here that there's some screws and a cover. I have somehow lost the carburetor cleaner from the last time, so I'm going to take this off. My wife is going to the store for carburetor cleaner, and I'll give you the specifications on that filter in this video as well. But right now I'm going to continue on this project. Screws are removed. Now we're going to take this off like that, and there's obviously junk in there, so we'll clean this out. I'm not promoting this brand, but any carb cleaner will work. You'll just put this in here, stick it in there, put it where it squirts, and let it sit. And while that's working, we'll put the parts back on here, and then we'll change out the spark plug. I do want to state that everything has to line up, so this little nipple right here goes into that hole, or that hose, so you need to make sure that works, and then we start putting screw to screw and start going from there. I'll show you that. Okay, that's all set. I've hand tightened them in, so now I'm going to change my setting to drive them in, and then once I drive them in, I'll do it evenly. I'll tighten them up all evenly, and then I'll just get them barely tight, because this plastic, you don't want to crack. Okay, that's all tightened in. As I'm going to get it. And this right here, you got the little pegs. See, I've got the filter with the metal facing like this. So I'm going to place that right there. And then there's a little bitty brass area that the screw goes into, so it goes in right there. Hand tighten it in, and then we'll drive it in the rest of the way. Now let's look at this. This is a mess. This is we need to look and make sure that is good there. We gotta take this out. Here's the reason why it wouldn't start. The actual screw that went on, or this piece, there's a cap that goes on here, and this was a cheap Chinese thing, and it actually pulled off in there. So I didn't pull this off when I should have done that. I should have took this off first, but I didn't. So there's the problem there. This right here is why you don't buy cheap made in China stuff, because that right there I had to pull out of there. So let's take this spark plug out. Okay, so this was the culprit, piece of junk that didn't belong in this lawnmower. And here's the solution. The actual product supposed to go in. This is a Champion J19LM. And so I don't have a gauge. You're supposed to have a gauge to make sure that got proper spark. I don't have one. Most people recommend you bend them out a little bit with a screwdriver, so I'm going to bend it out just a little bit. This is a 13/16 spark plug driver, so this actually fits. The other one didn't fit like it's supposed to, so that shows you right there it was the wrong part. So we're going to put in the right part now. Main thing is, do not cross thread. So what I'm going to do is actually take out a driver and hand thread it in. Do not cross thread. That is the worst thing you can do. We don't want to do that. Alright, it's in there like it ought to be. And now we'll put this on there and tighten it up. And just barely tighten it. You don't want to tighten it too much. Alright, there we go. I have some corrosion protector, so I'm going to spray a little bit in there just to make sure that it doesn't corrode or anything of that nature. So what I'll do is, since I'm holding this camera by hand, I'll just spray right in here. Everything looks nice and shiny, but I want to make sure nothing corrodes. You just snap it on, and there's that. The next thing to do is we need to check, make sure the oil is good. Oil is good. Okay, it cranked up the first time. And so we'll just now do our normal thing. Well, I hope you enjoyed watching this video. One of the things I didn't do is I actually changed out the lawnmower blade, and you need to make sure that your lawnmower blade is constantly changed as it wears down, because the efficiency of the lawnmower diminishes, because like in Florida we got a ton of sand. All that grinding and everything wears away on your blades. Now some people will take the blades off and resharpen the blades. You can do that. I've found that really doesn't do a bit of good, and it just causes more toil than anything else. So I don't do it. There's a lot of people who disagree with me, so if you disagree with me, I totally understand. I am not somebody who does a lot of maintenance, and so if you are the one that does that, please do whatever you feel is right for your machine in your house. But anyway, this is what I've done. I know that the Lawnmower Lady channel, she would probably be screaming at me now saying there's more things I should have done. There's safety protocols I should have done. I know. I know. I am not saying this is a how-to. I'm just showing you what I'm doing. Please go to the Lawnmower Lady's channel. She'll show you how to do it right. But I just really appreciate her because she makes it so simple and easy to understand. This video is for pretty much many of the Briggs and Strattons, no matter what brand it is. You know, I've got Craftsman. Craftsman is just one of many brands that uses Briggs and Stratton engines. And the ones that don't use Briggs and Stratton engines, they're normally using a copycat company that's using a Briggs and Stratton engine. So with that said, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't, because I mean, like, you're watching to the end, so why not? And it's free. So subscribe. Oh, if you ever see where you're subscribing and get charged, that is YouTube trying to get you to pay for their services. Don't do that. There's no benefit that I see to it, so don't pay YouTube money. I mean, they don't pay me money. I'm monetizing, they ain't paid me yet, so definitely don't pay them money. And with that, I'll see you again next time. Bye.